I am back. My stream crashed. Shit. Yeah, it's true. My shit is ass. I know. It's for calm to come on. So yeah. Here we go. Back at it again. Forgot. Oh boy. Whew. I don't know, Moshe. You could just fast forward the thing or just skip the trying to get back in. So yeah. I love Skull Island. It's one of the best movies I've seen. I recommend you check it out.
I asked who
Here we go again. Try this one.
could be. Oh shit! Yeah, I remember this plot twist from years ago when I first read this. Oh fuck! I asked who it could be, and then she started to take her pants off. I was confused about what she was doing until everything started to add up. Just then, I figured it out. She revealed her penis.
Wait,
Holy shit!
she's trans? She's trans? What? What? No way that she's trans. No, bro. No, bro. That's insane for a plot twist like this. That's insane.
Shit. My mom is a dude with a breast implant. Mom said that she's not Susan Heffley, that she's the infamous serial killer and gay porn star. Sammy Twitch Dick. I've heard that name before. He murdered his entire family to get their valuables. The feds assumed he was killed in a boat crash in 2002. But it turns out it was my mom the whole fucking time. I'm shaking right now. She told me that she killed Manny and actually hired Byron as an assassin a few years ago to murder everyone else when the time was just right. I knew I was next. I tried to book it, but next thing you know, he tripped me and then smashed my head with a pan. No. I don't know how long I was knocked out, but when I woke up, I was strapped to a bed. I looked at the clock, 10:30 p.m. This is the end. As Sammy walks into the room, he's about to finish me off. I know once he's done, he's going to kill me. I can still hear his words as he approached me. Enjoyed the last cock and ball torture of your pathetic life, Gregory. He began to give me a PJ. I've been holding it in for so long, it didn't take long for me to already feel it about to bust. I tried my hardest to break free, but he tied me down tight. After all this time, I've come so far. I've only got my fraudulent mom to beat now. I'm not accepting defeat this easily. Oh, fuck!
Got him.
After I kicked Sammy right in the balls, I broke free and booked it. We were in a secret room in the basement, so before I went upstairs to wake up Roger and tell him we need to get out of here, I already know I can't stay. He's absolutely trying to kill me. When I went into Roger's room, I was horrified. He was dead. Sammy must have gouged Roderick's fucking eyes out. I couldn't stay pinned in here. I can hear Sammy's footsteps, so I bolted out of the room. It looks like I'm on my own here. I have no idea where Dad is, but I wouldn't be surprised if he's dead too. The doors were welded shut, so I couldn't get out through the doors. Next thing you know, Sammy is coming out of the basement with a knife. I am sick of your shit, Gregory. There's no other way out. I had no choice but to do what I did. It was painful as hell. But what else am I supposed to do? I'm bleeding all over the place. Shit. It's getting all over my journal. But that doesn't matter right now. It's super cold out. And it doesn't help I'm ass naked out here. Forgot to mention we're in a blizzard warning right now. But that doesn't matter. I checked behind me and Sammy was right on my tail, waving his knife in the air. The adrenaline is really helping me escape. I've never ran this fast before. It's been about 45 minutes now and I have no idea where I am. I just ran in one direction and booked it. I see a sign coming up, so maybe that will help me. Hardscrabble Farms. That's it. The maintenance shed. The place is abandoned since they closed for the season. But I bet the shed will be easy to get into. Grandpa taught me how to lockpick when I was 10. And I can't believe it's going to be actually useful for once. Yes! I get inside the shed and hide in the corner. I assume it's 10 minutes to midnight. I'm still trying to process everything that's happened so far. He killed Manny? Byron is an assassin? Why is Sammy doing this? For money? For revenge? My entire world has turned upside down. But before I can get my head straight, I heard something that made my heart drop. Hello, Gregory. Holy shit. He found me. How did he find me? I tried to sit as quiet as possible, but Sammy knew I was there and broke the window open with his knife. This is the end of my life. I'm trapped. As he approached me, knife in hand, he said what I thought would be the last words I'd ever hear in my life. See you on the other side, you disgraceful raspberry plastic tickleberry virgin. I have to think fast because my back is against the wall. I'm freezing and covered with cuts, so I won't be able to wrestle my way out of this. That's when I noticed something in a barrel. An axe. I have no choice. I sprinted with all my strength I had left and got the axe. And as Sammy sprinted towards me, screaming at the top of his lungs, I just killed my mom over a fucking nut pass. How does that sound? I look at her watch. 12, December 1st.
She won.
I've won. I've got the pass. As I strut out of the shed, I turn around at Sammy's dead corpse, blood everywhere. I calmly say, checkmate, bitch. I can't wait to finally use this nut pass. I've been waiting forever, and now I'm going to use it. It's going to be a great future for me. December. This is bullshit. I have no idea where I am, and I am freezing to death. I come all this fucking way to get this pass, and I'm going to die before I can get to use it? Of hypothermia? There's nobody around for miles, and I can't feel my legs. I have no clothes on, and it's so snowy and windy out, I can't find the shed. Damn it. This is the end for me after all.
Oh boy.
I would have been better off getting shot by Byron at Grandma's. Grandma was right. This entire competition was a disaster from the start. And now look. My entire family is dead, and I'm about to die. I'm up against the tree right now. I've given up in accepting my fate. Even writing is a chore right now because my fingers are just so numb. I can already see the light. I had a good life. Maybe I'll bust a nut. Just one final time. I think I have enough strength. Oh, that was good. Well, I'm off to see my family in heaven. If Riley ever sees this, I always was trans for you. I love you.
He was trans?
The Daily Herald. Breaking. 39 dead in Plainview middle school shooting. An entire family's demise. Internet trend
at least
goes
Greg
too far.
won.
December 2nd, 2019 by Nathan Wright. Internet trends can be funny, but sometimes that can get too far. As with the tragic story of the Heffley family, the No Nut November trend, which was a challenge to not masturbate during the month of November, became a challenge for this family, fueled by who everyone thought to be Susan Heffley, who worked for the Daily Herald from 2008 to 2011 as a writer. It was revealed to be Samuel Winford, more infamously known as a porn star Sammy Twitch Dick, who murdered 9 people in the early 2000s. In his recent wake, disguised as Susan, challenged the Heffleys to a competition for an infinite nut pass, which ended in bloodshed. Samuel ended up murdering Manny Heffley, framing it as a suicide, and revealed that he hired a hitman, Byron McClark, to assassinate 23 family members in the largest domestic shooting in American history on Thanksgiving Day. Samuel was also responsible for the murder of Roderick Heffley, who was found dead inside his house yesterday morning in what seems to be a gruesome death. I told him.
Wait, what?
Frank Heffley, the husband of Samuel, said,
"Oh no,
I wouldn't, however, think that my wife was a fraud."
Well, that was Greg.
Frank also had to deal with the most recent death of his second-born son, Gregory Heffley, who was found dead on the grounds of Hardscrabble Farms earlier this morning with a journal next to him. Authorities are using the journal for evidence to what led to the murders. The journal will be released in the public in late February 2020. I can't believe any of this would be happening right now, claimed Riley Jefferson, who was a close friend of Gregory. I had no idea any of this was happening, but once I found out Manny was dead, I knew something was wrong. As others mourn the losses of the Heffley family, it comes to show the utter destruction of a simple joke, if it goes way too far. Next, Gary Heffley awaits execution after his trial. Bro, what is up with Uncle Gary in this story? This
what
guy
is with Uncle Gary and
Diddy,
children?
Man. Like, Uncle Gary's actually Diddy in this story.
This must be the new lollipop kid here. Must be a heavy gooner.
Oh man, that's scary. The end. Thank you all for your patience.
All right, I'm doing it. I'm gonna get the monopoly.
Oh my God, no.
Stop with the ads.
Swagok 42. Okay, so that was the end.
That was it, man. Oh, wait, there's more.
Of, I guess you could call it canon. No Nut November. Now we're gonna hop into year 2 of No Nut November. Saturday, I owe you all a fucking explanation, seeing as you all saw the articles and news declaring me dead. Well, that's not completely true. After I killed my mom and wrote what I thought would be my last words after finally busting a sweet nut, I saw the light and passed out, ass naked in the cold. However, I guess apparently people saw me in the woods and called the police, and I was rushed, unconscious, in an ambulance. After a few days of recovering in the hospital, the police wanted me to give answers as to what the fuck happened and why I was ass naked in the freezing cold and covered in cuts. I explained everything that happened to the cops the best I could, from the entire No Nut November contest, Byron being an assassin, and my mom revealing to actually be Sammy Twitchdick, and how I killed him in self-defense at Hardscrabble Farms. I even gave them my journal for extra evidence, which I sort of regret considering I was wrote at my max horny level. I told them about how Sammy orchestrated the entire thing, killing my family, and how he was now fucking dead in the maintenance shed. However, when the cops went to investigate, they found nothing but a few drops of blood on the ground. While they were investigating, I got a huge-ass surprise. Dad was still alive. He came to the hospital. I was shocked to see him alive since I thought Sammy killed him, just like Roderick, but I guess he didn't. Dad told me that the police called him explaining everything, how I was in the hospital and how Mom was actually a gay porn star. He was pretty shaken up, but he was glad I was okay. And honestly, I can say the same. But then I realized something. I didn't have my fucking nut pass. I realized that the dumbass cops must have forgotten to retrieve it when they brought me to this hospital. I was pissed. I almost died for this, and I was looking forward to ferociously jacking off whenever. But of course, that had to not happen, and I lost it, the nut pass. Anyways, shortly after, the cops returned and told me about how they found no body of Sammy. To make it worse, they said that the way the blood trail was, and how there was no body, they believe that Sammy's actually alive, and that he had left the maintenance shed and the woods altogether. This obviously scared the shit out of me, and we started to worry about Sammy possibly hunting us down for revenge. Thankfully, though, Dad and the cops devised a plan to keep me and my penis safe. The plan was that they would tell the press and public that I was dead and would declare me dead everywhere. This was so that if Sammy really was out there, he would see on the news and wouldn't come after me, thinking I was dead. The plan would have worked so much better. Though, the cops are massive fucking pussies. They didn't want to spark any panic over Plainview, and just wanted to investigate the case in peace without people worrying about a homosexual killer on the loose. So they declared Sammy dead, while explaining the whole story and everything I told them about his fucking crimes. They also said that they were going to release my journal for more information to the public. Well, since everyone will think I'm dead, I won't be embarrassed too much. The news was completely true, though, except for the part about me and Sammy being dead. They continued investigating the case, though, and they also investigated our house and didn't find the body of Manny and Grandma at our house, only Roderick. I assume Sammy disposed of them. He's always one step ahead. I'm just really hoping that we were wrong and that Sammy actually is dead, because even though all the evidence points to him still being alive, I am scared of the absolute torture he will put my dick through. I was still so fucking livid about losing the nut pass, but I was glad to be alive with Dad. Anyways, though, after making the plan with the cops, I continued to recover in the hospital while they posted the news about me being dead. And when I left the hospital, they advised us to move into a motel close to my school for protection. So we did. The hotel smells like absolute shit, but at least it's better than nothing. Just me and Dad. October 31st, Saturday, 2020, 11:55 p.m. And here we are today, nearly a year after the incident. No Nut November starting back up again, and I'm debating with myself if I should put myself through that awful hell again. I mean, I lost a lot of family members and nearly my own life as a result. I don't want that to happen, which is why I'm considering not entering the competition again. Start writing. However, if I didn't enter, I would be basically busting a message to Sammy that I was scared of him and the competition. If I were to win and finally reclaim my nut pass, not only would I have the amazing pleasure of busting sweet nuts whenever I please, but I would basically be asserting my dominance to that bitch Sammy and showing him who the real man is. And the winner of the nut pass is Big Daddy Heffley. I guess Dad is right when he says that the Heffley family never quits. I will win. I won once, and I can win again. Bring it on. November 1st, Sunday, 12 a.m., 30 days remaining. Right. Well, it's official. November 1st, 12 a.m. on the dot. Gotta say, I'm a lot more determined to win than I was last year, knowing that by winning, I would be able to masturbate whenever, but also the thrill of asserting my dominance would be a pleasure greater than busting a nut. Well, it's really late now. I guess I might as well go to bed. I hope I don't bust any nuts or have any wet dreams in my sleep. Sunday, 30 days remain. It is morning now. Thankfully, I didn't have any of my usual dreams about Riley or Holly, so I didn't nut. However, just like every year, Dad is the first one out, and unfortunately, I was the first one to find out he was out too. Hey Dad, have you seen my harder Phil? He really is weak. Can't even last a full day. However, I gotta say, he has some real solid porn taste. With less family members being in the competition, and without Mom upping the game, I hope this means it'll be easier. However, a bunch of people at school are in the competition. Even the teachers are in on it. Apparently, they are going to be doing random bathroom checks to ensure that no one is masturbating. They also have apparently been cracking down on fake nut passes. A few weeks ago, leading up to No Nut November, Albert Sandy and his goons started making and selling fake nut passes. They were selling each pass for $10 and made a fortune. But it wasn't until somebody snitched that their whole operation was shut down. All of them got detention. Buying one of those passes is fucking stupid anyways, since you get disqualified automatically for using them. As it stands right now, on the first day of No Nut November, Dad is the only one out. Hopefully tomorrow, though, the list will go up. Tomorrow at school, they are going to host an official assembly, going over all of the rules and bullshit. Hopefully by then, more people will bust a nut out of stress or some shit. That way, I will have less competition to worry about. I don't even think Rowley knows what jacking off is. However, though, I do have another thing to worry about. Uncle Gary. Oh no,
bro.
Fuck, man. Uncle Gary. Chill the fuck out. After
not Gary, bro.
Stuff to 6 children last No Nut November.
Bro. Bro, let's take 6 children? Might as well call you Tyler Perry's uncle. I expected worse because I hate Tyler Perry and his shitty movies. Damn, it's hurting me, bro. I watched this for almost half an hour. Come on, we're almost there. We're almost done with the whole book. Yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm fucking hungry and shit. God damn. I just want to watch him volley Myers for 3 hours straight.
Put on trial and would have been executed had he lost the trial, but somehow he managed to win. Even worse, he's been staying at her house after his landlord found out he was one of those guys. Because of this, I have had to watch out for him trying to grab my dick and make me nut and lose. As a matter of fact, last night, I had a close fucking call with him. Aside from that, I don't think I'll have to worry about him beating me in the competition. He will either get arrested again or not. Honestly, I have no fucking idea why Uncle Gary still participates in No Nut November when he always fails. He has no fucking self-control. Just like what happened a few days ago when he was strolling past a house that just happened to have teenagers having a sleepover inside.
Animal House
Let's just
reference.
say that shit got ugly fast. Unless Uncle Gary gets on house arrest again, I doubt he will pose a threat. Anyway, I will take extra measures for tomorrow. Just the small convenience of Holly looking sexy and giving me direction can make me lose in an instant. Dog cone to prevent masturbation. Also, shit, I forgot to say something else. The police have closed my case. They said that since they have not seen Sammy at all, they're concluding that he is either dead or has left Plainview.
Finally.
Thank fuck. I can't have him ruining No Nut November for me. I hope he really is dead. Anyways, I can't wait for how tomorrow will turn out. Especially tomorrow, It is Bikini Day. What a coincidence. Even though a lot of people are in the competition, a few people like Bryce aren't in it, and are saying that No Nut November is apparently for virgins. Guys, No Nut November is for complete virgin losers. He only thinks that because he, for whatever fucking reason, has Holly as a girlfriend. Holly will worship me though. When I get that pass, she will see me as fucking superior compared to that pussy Bryce. I have no idea what will happen tomorrow at school, but I know for sure that pass is as good as mine. And yeah, I remember that story ending right there. It just ended abruptly. Pretty sure the guy who made it got his account banned or suspended. That story completely ended right there. However, I did find one that actually came out pretty recently. It's called Greg's No Nut November Endgame. So just like that second part right there, it's going to continue off of the first Greg's No Nut November story, but that second part is not going to have any continuity in this. Let's hop into the first page of Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Greg's No Nut November Endgame. Introduction. In time for November, this is the start of my own sequel to the original Greg's No Nut November by Swaghawk. If this does well, I will try to complete it. Nothing will ever beat the original, so you should definitely check that out first if you haven't. Hopefully this doesn't...
Can I just watch Violet Myers, please? Please?
Cross the line. Enjoy it. October, Saturday. Okay, I know it's been a while, but turns out I didn't die of hypothermia after busting that sweet nut after surviving No Nut November last year.
Over.
Daily Herald.
Don't worry, it's almost over.
I've been living as an orphan for a year now. It turns out when police went to investigate Hardscrabble Farms, Sammy's body was stolen. Worst of all, when those fuckers rescued me from the woods, it turns out they forgot my fucking nut pass. They had one job.
I don't even know why I said it. It was all part of the joke.
Dang it. Sunday. It's been nearly a year since the night I nearly died in the middle of the woods trying to get that nut pass after escaping Mom's murder attempt. Ever since, I've been trying to live a normal life. Tonight was Halloween, and of course Rowley went looking for those big titty goths. Okay. Oh. Fucking Rowley. That's my guy right there. November, Monday, 30 days remain. Last night, I watched Paralyzed as the clock struck midnight. It was officially No Nut November again. I sat in class, unmotivated. I had no competition, except Uncle Gary. And there were no prizes for winning. Everyone knows what happened last year, even Mr. Nern. That hobo thinks I'm infertile. Still can't nut Greg? Of course Holly had to be in the room at that moment. I decided to run to the bathroom to avoid any more humiliation. But I had an idea. I decided I could just nut now to get No Nut November over and done with. It's just a stupid game, right? Come on. I was a few seconds away from finishing the job and quitting the competition when suddenly I looked up and Holly Hills was hanging from the ceiling, swinging a baseball bat at my head. After I don't know how many hours, I woke up in a dark cellar, trying to figure out what just happened. Was I dreaming? What the fuck was Holly doing in my toilet cubicle? I could already see the danger of the situation. Just as I was beginning to pull myself together, my whole body quivered as I heard a familiar voice, which would make even Manny's seem like an angel's. This voice had been haunting me for so long. We meet again, Gregory. And to my horror, I instantly recognized this voice belonged to Sammy Twitch Dick.
Oh no.
I was convinced that he died after I threw that axe right into his frontal lobe. Even
How did he survive that?
Dead, but where had he been this whole time? He brought me to the secret room where I saw Holly Hills and this giant machine. Sammy told me everything. He had survived that night at Hardscrabble Farms. He escaped and went into hiding in this underground bunker under the school. Dang it. I should have known.
Loud House reference.
I then asked him what the fuck Holly was doing next to this massive voodoo-looking machine. He told me that for the past year, he had been working out how to make a multiverse portal machine.
Horley Kills?
This wasn't Holly Hills, but actually Horley Kills, an evil variant of Holly he summoned from another dimension. I couldn't believe it. This bitch tried to kill me and now she's back. I must admit, the dedication is crazy though. She told me that No Nut November was back, and this time with the help of Horley, he would do whatever it took to make me succumb to temptation. And just as Sammy told me it was time for my first challenge, I saw an opportunity to escape, and I bolted straight out the door. The last words I heard, I will finish you, Gregory. My nightmare had to come back to haunt me. So there's no more parts currently for Greg's No Nut November Endgame.
Thank God, bro, it's over. Thank God. Oh, it was tiring. It was funny. It was weird. It was kind of depressing too, but at the same time, scary. But yeah, might as well start writing NTR stories. Ugh. Definitely not the elder ones, because that one is a nightmare. But anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed the Hello Neighbor and the Diary of a Wimpy Kid live stream, or also known as Crash Outs and Lost Causes, as you said by the title. I'm going to go watch Violet Myers, so I'll see y'all tomorrow, or probably when the video drops. Huge shouts to him for getting me in the Hello Neighbor project and actually letting my voice down. Much love to that guy, and I'm gonna head out because my shit is killing me. Never watching Sex in the City again. I'm out.